Now here's a little problem. I've got a long and quite narrow slip of oak, and I need to take about less than 1/4 of an inch off one edge. It's not an even distance from the edge. I've marked where I need with a pencil line, which I've got by offering the piece up to where it's going to fit. I could put it through a bandsaw, that would probably be easiest, and then finish it off with a plane, but I don't have a bandsaw. I don't want to poke this thing through the circular saw, it might be a bit dangerous, and in any case it's not, as I say, an even distance from the edge all the way down. And it's even a little bit too thin to be sawing it. It's a moot point as to whether it would be sensible to saw it. So I'm going to trim it down on the giant shooting board here with the plane. We'll see how long that takes. It's not quite 1/4 inch, has to come off at the worst and rather less at the other end. So I'm going to set the plane fairly coarse. I suppose I could take the worst of it off like this. Maybe with this old wooden plane, I don't know. Will it slip sideways? Oh no, not so bad. The old wooden plane is not taking off a coarse enough shaving, really. Let's try the number 5.5. Even that's set pretty fine. It's just borderline as to whether it's worth sawing this or not. But if I make this quite coarse, quite a coarse cut, just taking off a fair amount every time. But I can't be sure that it's square, which is where the shooting board comes into its own. Right, that's taken quite a bit off. It's even now down the edge. There's a full 1/8 of an inch to take off. So I'm going to use the shooting board. And you have to keep the wood pressed up to the plane with your other hand. Otherwise it doesn't work. If you just do that with it, then of course it moves out of the way. That's the end that's a little bit more to take off. You can see the pencil line. Yep, it's walking it down now. Almost halfway now. Less than 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to reduce this just a bit. 4/16 now. Wouldn't like to do this with a lot of pieces like this, mind you. And keep your fingers out of the way of the blade. It really is sharp. Going down to the pencil line. It's about 1 millimetre or so off now. In places anyway. as I say, the pencil line is not straight, it was marked from where this has to be fitted. And that's pretty close. I think that's as far as I'll go. I'll have to offer the preset and then skim it with a plain in situ. But that's one of the uses of the shooting board, the long shooting board. This thing, you see, is not thick enough to put in the vise, and if you could do it on the bench, but it would probably fall over, and how would you keep it true? And the shooting board does keep the thing true. It'll take a moment for the camera to adjust here. Come on now. It's not doing it. Just thinking about it. Anyway, I'm sorry, but it is a bit blurred. Oh, there it is. It is true, all the way down its length. So, use of plain and giant shooting board.